Graduation is exciting. School is finally behind you, and you're ready to slip into that sweet bachelor lifestyle with a slick apartment and a new ride until you start looking at how much everything costs. Welcome to adulting. At Duke Energy, we understand the struggle. That is why we're introducing Energy on the Go, a program to help transition you to an EV. Get 3 months pre-financing on a new or used EV, plus 60 miles of free charge every month for a year. Didn't use all of it? Download the Energy Wallet app and sell it to someone who needs it, or save it to use somewhere else. 6 months later, Darius isn't the only happy customer.
I've got some extra energy to sell. Find me on the Duke Marketplace.
Duke is winning with these stock prices.
We've got your back for whatever the future holds.
Colleen opened up her yoga studio back in 2037, and it was a dream come true. But she didn't realize how hard it would be to manage the details of her business and her family. Every day it's something. Her son's social studies project, a sick staff member, and then there's growing the business. She feels like there are so many ways she could improve things. But the pace of change and all the new technology makes her head spin. Where does she start? She received information from Duke Energy about how she could shave 25% a year on electricity by putting her home and yoga studio on the smart grid. With Duke's CO2 reduction tracker, she and her students also know that they're helping the planet. Duke even told her the best time to hold her energy-hungry hot yoga class. It's been a lifesaver. Colleen can't believe how easy it's been, and how well Duke seems to know her. Now, if only Duke could make her son's school projects that easy. In the energy sector in 2025, we saw two major shifts. Google completed the digitization of the grid in Chile and New Zealand 1 year earlier than expected, setting the standard internationally for energy orchestration. Duke had its own wins as well. We tested our own grid technology in neighborhoods like the River District, the first of Duke's net zero neighborhoods, and proved the viability of a net zero future here in the United States. The energy sector withstood a historic blow, the California grid attack. This attack crippled the transmission of electricity over a third of California for 46 days. Thousands died from downstream causes. Never in our nation's history had there been such a damaging cyber attack on the grid. Folks were increasingly losing faith in their traditional power providers. The attack set the stage for the landslide election of then Congresswoman Audrey, who campaigned on deregulation, to President of the United States. Citizens were hungry for energy solutions that could provide them with safety and reliability. Her election ushered in expansive, disruptive legislation that ended the era of regulated energy monopolies. Breakthroughs in graphene battery technology meant that on-site storage was now much more feasible, helping immeasurably in Duke meeting its net zero goals. The company invested in storage and began to get ahead of its net zero targets, earning accolades and public trust. In 2035, the People's Republic of China launched its first commercially viable solar power satellite, which drastically changed the face of solar generation worldwide. China was soon the largest producer of green energy in the world, and large-scale wireless energy transmission grew from novel concept to concrete reality. Very soon after, nearly 75% of home devices were charged via wireless energy transfer, eliminating miles of invasive and costly infrastructure. The wireless energy revolution created a wave of consumer choices. It was around that time, too, that folks also began to give up their personal vehicles. Owning your own car had become costly and inconvenient, so people began to switch to EV fleet services and the improving public transit system.
Compared to what we've used in the past, it's unreal. I mean, it's almost too good to be true. This is very more efficient as far as my inspections or anything else that I want to do to it. It works very well.
The techs are blown away by the functionality.
More independent without having to reach out to work management or other folks for items like charging information or assets and stuff. I can find it myself, sitting in my truck or anywhere with my phone. The ability to go to Titus and just type up substation and find pretty much anything you need just by doing that is so simple compared to what we've had in the past.
Performers need less help from me getting them the work order. They have more options to find it, to see it.
I am not very computer savvy, so that makes all the difference versus other people that are very computer savvy. This is so much easier.
And I can pull out this little device, go to Titus Field App, especially like the substation I'm at right now. That's a unique feature. You've been able to pull it up on my phone anywhere, go to this substation and see all approved work orders, capital work, all the assets. It's just compared to what we've used in the past, it's unreal.
Flexibility of the phone versus the computer. He loves the phone. We have several people that enjoy putting all that on the phone. I don't.
Success, updated. So now we're going to go down to task. Click done, and I'll just click out.
I believe Titus is here to stay compared to other options that we've had in the past.
We see that it's definitely sustainable because the Titus team understands what the field performers and work management are looking for.
I would really focus my attention onto this Titus team and what they're working on, because this is by far better than any product I have seen.
This is very easy. I can put a 5-year-old on this and they probably tell me what to do, but this is very simple.
I would say give it a try, even if you're not computer savvy. Give it a go. If you can turn a computer on or your phone on, you'll be able to use Titus.
Interning at Duke Energy is really amazing. For me, it's always important to be with a company that makes a difference not only in the direct community, but for the greater good of the world.
I love how diverse and inclusive they are. Interning with other people who are the same skin color as me is very heartwarming.
I'm at the Environmental Center at McGuire Nuclear Station, and basically we get all the samples from all the different sites all over Duke Energy operations, and it's my job to test the samples and communicate with the engineers.
I think the difference that I'm making is my reports. I actually work in Power BI, so I hear a lot from my manager that all the directors are going to use this, and I also seen that a lot of stuff that I made last year is currently being used and appreciated.
I'd never experienced corporate life before, and I've always wanted to, like watching movies and coming in and like sitting at an office, looking out the sky, looking at the skyscrapers. It's been a very good time. It's kind of like a form of success, like you know you're doing something good.
Sometimes, you know, you think interns don't do important work, but really we do. I know that the hours that I put in over the summer are going to be used forever.
Working for a company that has the planet in mind, that has the future generations in mind, is something that's very important to me, and it's awesome just seeing the love that people have for the company, the respect people have in the community, and it just makes me proud to be a Duke Energy employee.